Then I will get started. Sorry for being 1 minute late. Thanks for coming out to pitch day for 100K. It's always a great day to pitch. A little hot today, but still a great day to pitch. Today we're going to hear from Byron Booker from Lookhu and Eric Burnaby from Peripherex. And congratulations to both Byron and Eric for making it through our process and arriving here today, because we screen 15 or 20 companies for every one that gets approved to pitch. So congrats on getting through the process. So Startup NV is Nevada's statewide nonprofit startup accelerator and incubator. We operate seven nonprofit programs for entrepreneurs or founders, if you prefer, and four for-profit investment funds. Our nonprofit is supported by government grants and corporate sponsors in the short term, and over the long term by accelerator companies who donate a tiny amount of their stock or equity, and to our investors who donate 5% of their profits, also called a carry. Now, we run pitch day for 100K every other Wednesday, where companies pitch for Q&A, for the Q&A that they're going to get today, and for entry into our accelerator program, which comes with an investment from Fund NV, our pre-seed fund. Now, that's added to by our investor syndicate, plus a matching amount from Nevada's SSBCI program. Since 2021, we've completed 36 different transactions in 25 companies, directly investing $8.5 million, $29 million if you include partner investments that have invested alongside us, including the investments from SSBCI. Now, those investments from us have ranged anywhere from $50,000 on the low end to $4.3 million on the high end. So if you add all those numbers up, the average investment's a little over $500,000. So even though we're starting with 50 or 100K, it does get bigger faster. And for you investors out there, that $8.5 million that we invested, that is made up of about 277 different people who've invested money with us, that $8.5 million is now worth $24.5 million. So that's a multiple on invested capital, or MOIC, as we like to call it, of just about 3x, which is not bad for having done this only since 2021. Now for the legal disclaimer. The founders pitching today are pitching from investment from our SEC compliant venture capital funds, along with our SEC accredited and Nevada certified investor syndicates. We invite the whole community to come out and attend for educational purposes, kind of like watching Shark Tank, but hopefully a little nicer. And the educational component is critical to our economic development mission here in Nevada. So once again, the pitches today are not a general solicitation for investment. Now, if you want to know about all that stuff I just said about accredited investors and Nevada certified investors and all that stuff, just hop on our website, startupnv.org. We explain all that legal mumbo jumbo so that you can understand it. Now, our nonprofit work would not be possible without financial help and grants from our sponsors, chief of which are the City of Las Vegas, Clark County, Governor's Office of Economic Development, the EDA, and the USDA. Thanks so much to those groups for their support. So Byron, I think I've stalled long enough.
Okay.
So that you can be ready to go. So why don't you come on up and get yourself situated here.
All right.
And you can take it away whenever you're ready. And as soon as I get my phone out of the way.
Okay. Everybody can hear me all right? Everybody can see me okay? Do I need to move over here? Right here. Okay, perfect.
You're fine. You're going to be sharing your slides. Why don't you go ahead and cue them up?
All right, let's do it. All right, let me make sure everybody can see this, okay?
Looks good. Yeah, whenever you're ready, you can start. We'll start the timer after you introduce yourself and your company.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Byron Booker. I'm founder and CEO of Lookhu.tv. Lookhu.tv is basically a Tubi meets a TikTok. It's the integration of social media creator tools into traditional streaming OTT, which is basically your Netflix, your Hulu, your Tubi. The elevator pitch is basically imagine stuff you do on Instagram or TikTok, but on Netflix, where you could actually go live. You could DM the creator, the director, the writer, the actor. You could tip them. You could interact with stars that you love and be a part of their new creations. So That's a little bit about Lookhu.tv, and we'll get into the presentation. So basically, we're disrupting film and TV distribution with the creator economy and AI technology, which I'll get into some of the AI tools that we're also integrating. I can get my clicker to work. There we go. Okay, so we're empowering creators to control their content with a data and fan experience. So one of the things that we noticed last year with the writer's strike and actors strike and director's strike with the disruption of AI is that a lot of people were out of work, except the creators that were on OnlyFans, Patreon, and other social platforms that allow them to be monetized and engage directly with their fans. We want to bring that monetization opportunity directly to what we call premium creators. These are the people that do higher end talk shows. These are people who do live pay-per-view events. They do movies, they do TV series. And with the innovation of AI and a lot of the equipment that used to be very, very expensive, now that's affordable for your average creator, those opportunities are available to the average creator. So we're, again, allowing perks for people who want to subscribe to individual creators, but on a premium level. So a lot of what we're seeing is very low compensation, low lack of control, and lack of engagement for these premium creators. They're basically beholden to the studio system, which is what we saw last year during the writer's strike. So we're trying to solve that problem. So what we allow is an opportunity for the creators to make 70% of the profits. We take 30%, and we provide immediate distribution. So currently, if you're a filmmaker, you're going to have to go through a distributor to try to get on Hulu or Tubi or Netflix. You're not going to be able to directly publish like you would on an Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. So that's one of the biggest problems that we're solving is immediate distribution. And now you get to see all the transactions in real time. When you sign up for Lookhu, you connect your bank account via Stripe. You're able to see all of your users, all of your data, all of your transactions, and get that money immediately versus waiting every quarter like you will with a traditional distributor. And no one else on the market is doing this. So that's pretty disruptive. The platform is an OTT that stands for over the top. Again, that's like a Netflix or a Hulu. And we automatically distribute to Apple TV, Google TV, which is Hisense, Sony, TCL, Philips, native to the device, Roku, and basically bring a live experience or your TV series or movies directly to OTT, which is different than an OnlyFans or Patreon, which currently has that creator economy model in it. These are some of the places you can find us, and we monetize in a lot of different ways. So we use ads, subscriptions. We also monetize via development. Basically, if someone has an idea to do a TV show or a movie, they can come to Lookhu. We can produce it from beginning to end and also be the distributor, and that's also income for the company. We're also integrating a SaaS model. Generally, when we show this to creators, number one, they get very excited, and then they say, how much? So when we started our model, we were just onboarding a lot of creators, and now we have tens of thousands of films, TV series, and events. Now we're integrating a SaaS model, which is going to roll out next month, where people will be able to license for a certain amount of live stream events, a certain amount of series they can upload, movies, yada, yada, yada. So last year, we did a little bit over 700,000 in revenue. We're in 179 countries. We have thousands of movies, creators that we already work with. We're onboarding live events daily, and we deal with all the premium advertisers, whether it be a McDonald's, a Nike, and everything in between. Some of the people that we've worked with over the past are names like Justin Bieber, Ray J, Brandy, Flo Rida, Vitaly, who's a creator, who's basically a prankster influencer. So allowing us to work with bigger name stars as well as influencers and athletes gives us the opportunity to really be a mainstream player. One of the reasons why we're pitching is so that we can present our offering and show investors that we can scale. We have inroads to get to A-list talent to do series, movies, and live events, which we've done in the past. So the content basically falls in 3 buckets. We license content, we do user-generated or creator content, and we have our originals. And the splits go as followers. On AVOD, we get 40% of the revenue. We do 60 to the creator. On SVOD, which is subscription, and TVOD, we do 70-30. So again, one of the cool things is perks. So imagine if you're watching Ozark. I'm a big fan of Ozark on Netflix. But you know, I want to reach out to the cast, see what's happening next season. I love to be to BTS and be on set with them. I'd love to get the T-shirt, the poster. If they have maybe a round table or a script reading, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that. This is the kind of stuff that they're doing on Twitch. You know, people like to watch other people do other stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, I didn't know that could be a real business model when I saw that coming. But billions of dollars later, that's a real thing. But imagine that on a premium level where people can do that right from the comfort of their home, but higher end content. And that's what we're bringing to the market. Some of our AI tools is one of the things that's a problem with the Patreon OnlyFans type platforms is really managing all of the fans. You've got to interact with them. You've got to conversate with them. They want to do DMs. They want to interact with the creator. So we have basically some tools that we've developed to allow the creator to manage those conversations and AI. We're also developing our own with the advent of just how fast AI is increasing. We're creating our own characters in AI to develop some of our original series as well. And this is one of the cool things. Brand Track is a new technology that we're utilizing to integrate product placement into productions after they've been produced. So generally, the studios have a relationship with product with companies. Say, for instance, they want to make a James Bond film. They've already got a relationship with Jaguar. They get money up front, and they put the Jaguar in the movie. Well, the average creator doesn't have that opportunity. So we can make the content ahead of time. We can use, we can put products in after the fact if that video has traction, or we can remove those brands via AI as well. And we have a patent pending on that. This is the team. Co-founded this with Roy Liebrich, been a long-term entertainment attorney, worked with all the big studios, worked with Quibi when they were out, and worked with, he was senior VP at Playboy for 14 years before we started Lookhu. And we've got a stellar team of Emmy award-winning producers and A-list talent and a stellar tech team as well. And we've got an MVP that's post-revenue now. So we're in the market. We're doing deals every day. And we'd love for the investment community to take a look at our company and be a part of what we're doing right here in Las Vegas. Hopefully I'm within my time. I got a minute left. Oh, I'm ahead of the curve. So we've got some projections, and every company has this. I've done a lot of these presentations, and I'm sure the audience has probably heard this before. It boils down to, is this a viable idea? Can we make money with it? Is it something that can scale? Is it $1 billion opportunity? And are we the guys that can pull it off? And we've been in this space for 10 years. Some investors say that's a bad thing, right? Because why are we a $1 billion company already? But actually, I see it as a strength because a lot of companies have come and gone. Speaking of Quibi, they raised $2 billion and they are already out of business. With just the resources that we've had and our passionate team, we've outlasted a lot of those companies, and we've positioned ourselves to really take advantage of this $1 billion opportunity in the OTT space. And I think the market has proven that this business model is the time is now for this to scale. So that's my time. If we have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Byron.
Thanks.
I kick it back over to Jeff.
Okay.
Thanks, Maggie. And so thanks to both Eric and Byron for presenting today. And just a few program notes as we wrap up here. Investors, if you want to become an investor with us in companies like the ones you've seen today, whether you're an accredited investor, a Nevada certified investor, we do operate FundNV. You can find out more information about that at fundnv.com. We operate the 1864 Fund, which you can find at 1864.fund. And you can join our investor syndicate. All of that stuff is that information is available also on the website. Either the fund websites themselves or on startupnv.org, you can get at them that way. So please please join us. Be curious. I'd love to talk to you about becoming an investor with us. Thanks again to everybody who pitched today, and to all who are listening in live or will listen in later. To our investor group who watches a lot of this stuff after the fact, thanks for tuning in. And to the Startup NV team who puts these on every 2 weeks. It's fantastic. We are back here again in 2 weeks. I think we're also, I'm going to ask a favor of the folks who are either in the room or watching us online, especially if you're in Las Vegas. All of our pitch days are always here in our office here in downtown Vegas. We're thinking about moving them around a little bit, maybe out to Town Square, maybe out to Blackfire, and doing sort of guest appearances, if you will, maybe once a month in some of the other locations around town. We'd love to hear what you think about that idea and whether or not these afternoon pitches are working for everybody, or whether or not maybe we should be doing them in the evening. So as you engage with our team at Startup NV, or you engage with us on social media or comment here on the threads, please let us know what you think of that idea. Hey, yeah, we'd love to have you in Summerlin. Oh yeah, Town Square is great. Or no, I want to be down near the weirdness that is Fremont Street, because you got to get a little bit of weird in your life every couple of weeks. So let us know what you think of that idea. And beyond that, we're going to see you right back here in 2 weeks with 2 additional Nevada startups. Until then, take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else too.